This is me about 2 years ago.
Yo, what is up?
And it was around the time I decided to start grinding for the best sword in Minecraft's biggest server. But what I didn't know at the time was that this sword would change my life forever. But to understand how this weapon in a video game made any impact in my life, we have to go back to where it all began. On the 1st of July 2020, Hypixel released its most anticipated feature ever for Skyblock, their first dungeon category, the Catacombs. The Catacombs were an assortment of randomly generated rooms filled with puzzles, mobs, and bosses for you to take down. Along with them brought a unique loot pool, which introduced some of the coolest gear into the game. Each were separated into different floors depending on their difficulty, and the most challenging floor ended up being floor 7, which was released a few months later on the 17th of November. Along with it brought insanely rare and powerful drops, such as a new armor set, a new talisman, and a new enchant, but that all paled in comparison to the rarest and best drop from floor 7, Necron's Handle. This was by far the rarest drop in the history of the Catacombs, and was of course the most expensive, costing around 300 million coins when its release. The reason for its insane price? It was a key component in crafting the most overpowered item Skyblock has ever released, the Witherblade. Unrefined. Now, by itself, the sword is not the reason it's so overpowered. In its unrefined state, it actually kinda sucks. No, the reason the Witherblade is so insanely good is because combining it with 8 fragments obtained from the giants in a floor 7 blood room creates one of 4 blades unique to the different classes you can play in dungeons. The Astrea for tanks, the Scylla for healers, the Valkyrie for berserkers, and of course, the Hyperion for mages. Now you might look at those stats and again think, that really doesn't sound that much better than the last one. And you'd be right. But there is one key element to be added to the Witherblade series that changes it from a meh sword into the best sword in the game. Or should I say, 3 elements. You see, when I was listing all the new gear Floor 7 brought earlier, I missed out 3 very important items. 3 scrolls were also added during Floor 7's release, being Shadow Warp, Wither Shield, and Implosion. Shadow Warp creates a whirlpool, which sucks enemies into it and deals damage after 5 seconds. Wither Shield reduces the damage taken by 10% for 5 seconds, and also gives you absorption hearts based on how much crit damage you have. And Implosion simply deals a ton of damage around you, which scales based on how much intelligence you have. When all 3 scrolls combine in a sword, they merge into their final form, Wither Impact. Now this is where things get crazy. Wither Impact. Teleport 10 blocks ahead of you, then implode, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Also applies the Wither Shield scroll ability, reducing damage taken and granting an absorption shield for 5 seconds. This was it. The reason this sword was so sought after. People could now quite literally fly through every floor in the Catacombs, killing anything in their path at light speed. The damage created around the player mixed with the teleporting made for a deadly combo, which meant dungeon players could get secrets and kill mobs at basically the same time, which was revolutionary for the game. Its use didn't stop in the dungeons though, oh no. The Hyperion was incredibly strong, basically anywhere in the game. Need to do Spider Slayer? Done. Wanna kill some dragons? Piece of cake. With the insane amount of mana that Storm Armor would give, which was also added along with Floor 7, it meant that players could use the Hyperion basically anywhere. People were loving this item, not only because it was stupidly overpowered, but because it was so fun to use, which was exactly the reason I wanted one. I had just gotten Minecraft Java for the first time in November of the same year. Of course, I had played beforehand, but only ever on console, playing either Legacy Edition or Bedrock. But there was one thing that Java had that console just didn't. Hypixel, Minecraft's biggest online server, filled with thousands of players and full of incredibly fun games. But there was one that stood out to me that wasn't like the rest. Skyblock. Everything about it was appealing to me. The way the game worked, the many different aspects of the game, the fact that it was all in vanilla Minecraft with no mods required. It was fascinating to me. The thing that made me want to try it the most though was the YouTubers. People like TimeDeo, TommyInnit, Pallika, and of course Technoblade. All made incredibly fascinating videos that were so interesting to watch. I just had to try it out for myself. And I did. And I'll be honest, Sure, it was fun, but I had no idea what I was doing, and I played it for around a week, but afterwards I just gave up because playing by myself was just not fun for me. But that all changed a couple months later when I met I'd met Jamie in September of 2020 when I was scrolling through Twitch and found some guy called Hairy Pineapple Club streaming an SMP. It was my first time ever on a Minecraft server, and my first time talking to people about the things that I enjoyed, like Minecraft. No one I knew in real life had shared the same interests as me, but on this server it felt like everyone did. But one person stood out amongst the rest. Jamie, who I think his name was Trappy in it at the time, was this super loud, outgoing kid from Ireland who, I'll be honest, was just stupidly funny to me.
Watch this. Dream of boys.
Did anything seem off to you?
A little bit.
You're not escaping. Oh, Dream! What are you doing down there? Forgot that would happen. No!
I spoke to him practically every day after that, and we did some not so great things, but we had a blast doing them. Eventually though, as soon as it started, the server closed, and we were left with nothing to do, until... Turns out Jamie had watched the same Skyblock videos I'd watched, and wanted to play as well. So on March 1st, I invited him to join me in a co-op profile, and we started grinding. Every day we would log on and talk about what minion would be the best to place down, and strategize over how to survive in the End Island. And Jamie accidentally scammed some guy at a full superior, but that's a story for another day. Point being, this had been the spark I needed to enjoy Skyblock to the fullest. The long grinds this game would require sometimes were finished in no time, because they didn't feel tedious when the whole time you were just sitting there with your mates, cracking jokes and having fun. Jamie's favorite things to do in the end was zealot grinding. I don't know what was so appealing about mindlessly killing Endermen over and over again, but I'd set my eyes on a more mindless task to do. We were gonna take on the Catacombs. A few weeks after the creation of our co-op profile, Jamie joined me as we set our sights on Skyblock's most exciting and impressive feature. We played for hours taking down the first few floors, and it was no easy task, but eventually the entrance, floor 1, 2, and 3 were all completed, and I was having so much fun. We killed this clown so many times that I think boss music started playing for him when we walked through the portal. This was around the time I learned about the Hyperion. It sounded like such a cool weapon to me. Being able to clear a whole room that would normally take us ages in just one click of the right mouse button seemed so cool. Jamie, on the other hand, started to enjoy the game less and less. Sure, he found the Hyperion cool, and he did want one, but dungeons as a whole was becoming too repetitive for him. So, after unlocking floor 5, Jamie logged off for what I thought would be the last time. I still played for a few days, but after losing all my stuff to the most obvious scammer in the world, the game was just starting to become less and less enjoyable for me too. I wasn't having much fun without Jamie, and I was beginning to notice how repetitive everything was when doing it just by myself. Not to mention, the Hyperion cost a whopping 300 mil, and I'd only managed to ever get around 20 mil in all my time of playing. It was super demotivating, knowing how far I really was from reaching my goal. So I decided to take a break from Skyblock. I'd pretty much given up on the idea of ever getting a Hyperion. I had quit. But one day, a few weeks later, I realized something. I wasn't gonna achieve my goal by doing nothing. If I really wanted it, like really wanted it, I would need to work for it. So that's exactly what I did. After a week of not playing, I started grinding like crazy in order to obtain the Hyperion and finally complete my goal. I started streaming every day, playing dungeons and meeting really cool people. I had a run-in with this Nebula guy who was, in my eyes at least, one of the best dungeon players out there.
Yeah, the last time he's like, okay guys, I gotta take a break from carrying you because I gotta go study. I'm like, okay Nebula, thank you.
Study.
Yeah, man.
Dude, he wasn't studying. He was studying the AH, bro. What are you talking about?
He was literally in parties with the richest Skyblock players out there, so I think he's probably a little good. He even gave me a few carries and this golden ingot, which has been on my island ever since. I was loving every second of playing, because none of it I did alone. Eventually, I had managed to unlock floor 7, and the grind for the Necron handle could fully begin. But before that, I was gonna take a little break for a while, just a little one, because playing all those dungeons had left me really burnt out. But I mean, it's fine. It's not as if anything insane that would completely change the possibility of me getting a Hyperion would happen. So, sometime during the summer of 2021, the admin decided to discreetly change the chances of dropping a Necron handle from a nice 1 in 200 to 1 in 1,000. So the price of a Necron handle went from 300 million to 1 billion. Not only that, no. The drop chance of scrolls were also changed, and they went from 1 in 50 each to 1 in 900 each. So the prices of those went from around 30 million to 300 million per! This was the worst thing that probably could have happened. It felt as if any small chance of me reaching this goal had been stripped away from me. But somehow, for some reason, I pushed on. I had enough of taking breaks and slowing down my progress. I was getting this thing now. Eventually, I surpassed 100 runs, 200, 300. During this time, I managed to drop 2 of the 3 scrolls that I would need, so that was a plus. 400, 500, 600 runs went by in no time. And on my 651st run, the impossible happened. Oh! I got it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! I'm free! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Reroll the chest.
No! Oh my god! Wait.
Wait, reparty me.
No, wait. Let me buy this, please.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
hope you guys know you just lost a perm
Wait,
member, 'cause
I
you've never
give
played the
money.
game.
I gotta pay you. I'm not gonna sell it. I'll pay you back when I sell something else.
You touch how the f you have money, bro. You're in debt.
Oh my god.
800k.
Wait, you guys have to be here. You guys have to be here, okay? Oh my god.
Oh my god, you actually did.
Oh my god.
How much to void?
Alright,
Got it.
I'm gonna search up Skyblock router and install it.
Wait, so Jamie, you gonna stream then? Jamie, you gonna stream?
I'm leaving in like 20 minutes.
Jamie, 2 years. 2 years. We spent.
Man, come on, man.
Wait,
Recompete.
should I make it a recomment?
No.
Wait, I should recall right now.
I've joined Jamie. He's gonna warp me and he's gonna put me in a box.
No. How do I
Give me
make
the
you
handle.
leader?
JV, look at you. You've got the stupid Enderman on your head still.
I'm looking good, man.
Do you want it?
You're looking beautiful.
Let me hold it.
You're gonna, dude. The last time I did
He's gonna
this,
avoid it.
the last time
Do
I
it.
did this, he took my term.
Live.
This is-
Oh.
Let's go.
I gave it to you, right? Oh my god, I thought I gave it to this random guy.
Alright, I gotta go out for dinner.
Jamie,
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, Q.
did you
Oh,
drop?
you just took your neck right hand.
Wait, I need to check something real quick. Did it reset my thing?
No,
Yeah, shouldn't.
no, it shouldn't.
Oh, I can get 6 more handles. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
Galaxy. Now we grant more.
Wait, what's he doing?
do?
Is that the
Um,
only thing?
he has it.
The only thing you have in your hotbar is the neck.
Why is my game on 1 FPS?
You get banned.
Oh. Sell for 1 coin.
Jamie, get out of this menu. Jamie, get out. Get out of this menu. Get out of this menu. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. I am not kidding. Jamie, behind you. Jamie, behind. What's going on? Oh my god. Low balling handle. Did he dupe them? Did he dupe them? Oh my god. Did he just dupe handle?
What the f?
You wouldn't accept it.
Whoa.
Wait. Yeah, you accept it.
Oh, imagine scamming scam.
Okay, please, Jamie.
Okay, wait. Accept it, because I don't know if it's gonna be you or not.
Yeah, okay. This is me. This is
It's
me.
me.
This is me.
It's a team.
Jamie, stop. Oh my god, 2 years.
It took me 1 day.
Guys, I have a problem. I am now the richest person on this Minecraft server. You see these 4 people behind me? They've done runs and now are infinitely poorer than me. So I am going to...
Galaxy would sell it if I bought it for 800.
Remove me from his friends list.
I actually would
Galaxy-
cry daily if
Galaxy.
you removed me from his friends list.
Yeah?
Would you sell your handle to me for 800 mil?
Yes.
you
would.
Yes, I would.
Okay. Well, I don't want to, so.
Oh, what a surprise.
Wait, guys, I need a screeny, please. Guys. Guys, let's go sand. The place where all trustworthy traits happen. Everybody come sand. We all have a stick. Wait, Jamie's the unofficial member of the fifth bird.
Yep, I got this, guys.
Jamie,
wait,
please
on
hold
a
up the Wanderers.
minute. Sorry, I'm getting it.
Oh my god. You see, if I was going to be able to afford to craft this thing, I was going to need a lot of money. About 1.1 billion to be exact. So without hesitation, I sold everything, including the things from my Diana video and the Terminator I crafted in my Enderman video. Which you totally watch, by the way, but only after this video, okay? You might think that getting everything just to sell it might be a bit redundant, but I need you to understand that I'd waited 2 years for this moment, and I wanted this sword as soon as possible. Eventually, my stuff sold. So I bought everything I would need, starting with 24 wither catalysts to craft the unrefined wither blade, followed by the 8 giant fragments and 3 scrolls. Finally, after ages of playing and grinding for the sword, the moment I had waited for so long finally happened. It was time to see what this sword was really capable of. A couple days had passed, and I felt not as great as I thought I would. I thought the sword would allow me to enjoy the game to its fullest, and I would feel some sort of accomplishment, I guess. But that didn't happen. And that's when it hit me. I never enjoyed the idea of getting the best sword in the game. I enjoyed the idea of having an impossible goal, which would mean I would never have to stop playing, chatting, and having fun with my friends. But like all things, nothing lasts forever, and although this was an end of an era for my time on Skyblock, I'd come to a second realization. I must have felt this down for a reason, and that reason was because simply now that I'd achieved my goal, I could look back on just how great of a journey getting the sword was. I met so many cool people and had just so much fun. This experience had not only taught me to appreciate the good times while they last, but also taught me if I wanted something, I would need to work for it. So thank you, Skyblock, for giving me this opportunity. I guess the real Necron handle was the friends we made along the way. before this video ends, I'd like to tell you subscribe! Subscribe right now! Subscribe! Subscribe! Now that that's out of the way, I'd actually like to give a shout out to a couple people. Thank you to my perm party. Chop, Migrate, and Itachi did about a bajillion runs with me, and I couldn't have lived through that pain without you all making fun of me 24/7. Thank you to Benjamin Pineapplecraft for making that SMP, and also making me feel funny by being just so incredibly unfunny. Thank you to my good friend Lavender for supporting my little videos, and always trying to sound enthusiastic when I show some of them off. And of course, thank you to BigHugeJamie, the man himself, for going on this grind and being there with me. I don't think I could have had as much fun as I did with anyone else. And finally, thank you, the viewer, for watching my little video about this part of my life. I was kind of joking earlier, but if you honestly did enjoy this video, please subscribe. My biggest YouTube goal is to get that red name, the YouTube rank, so just being that much closer, no matter how small of an increase that is, means the world to me. I also have a Discord server, if you're interested in talking and being notified when I upload. That's about it. Remember, stay silly. What the? I'm never gonna say that again. Why did I say that? That was hard.